As I sit in my chair sipping Ribena, not sponsored by the way, writing this script, I'm currently thinking about the things that I'm looking forward to this year. A Minecraft movie, along with the live experience in London. Speaking of which, I should really book my tickets. I'm also really excited for the One Piece live action season 2, Pokemon Champions, and the main topic of this video, Pokemon Legends ZA. In fact, I'm so obsessed with how this game might turn out that I very much overanalyzed the Nintendo Direct trailer by watching it in 0.25 times speed. Why? You could ask me why when it comes to a lot of weird things I decide to do, and I'm almost certain that I'd obliterate my last 2 brain cells whilst trying to formulate an answer. So, without further ado, let's begin. He said doo-doo. Okay, I have a lot of notes, and already within the first 7 seconds I've already spotted what I believe to be a Pokemon Center, which I'm happy to say isn't a weird gas station, but an actual building. One of the things I didn't like about Scarlet and Violet were the fact that the Pokemon Centers were more like pit stops and not actual, centers. I mean, this could literally be anything but a Pokemon Center, but the red logo/roof on buildings almost always meant Pokemon Center in previous games. And if this is what I think it is, I'm extremely happy to see a return to normal buildings. Honestly, the gas station model would have probably fit in better in an urban setting, but I prefer this. Now, this is really niche, but 23 seconds into the trailer, we see a poster of what appears to be a character which might be important in the background, which is overshadowed by the starters. Now, looking at the hair, this reminds me of Briar, so it may be a relative of Briar, but from hair alone, probably not. From Scarlet and Violet, and assuming that this isn't just some random poster, I don't think it could be this lady, because the person in the poster looks too young. I forgot this lady's name, by the way. But looks too young to be her, but it might be a relative. But, it might just be a random person in a poster. It might hold no importance at all, but it might hold a lot, so I thought it was cool to point it out. Also, 2 seconds later, Lumio Skelet. I'm so happy that small detail got in, and I'm so happy. I'm just so happy to see it in the trailer for some reason. So, yeah. Yay! Lumio Skelet. Okay, here we have some proof that the game isn't set too far into the future, because the taxis are identical to the ones we see in X and Y. Which, I was hoping to see some floating taxis, but Back to the Future thought we'd have flying cars in 2015, so maybe we are quite far into the future, but in a more realistic type far into the future. Who knows? Maybe this is set really far into the future and they haven't made flying cars yet. Now, the map that they present here shows quite a lot. The roofs are color-coded, it appears, so that will most likely mean that there will be different biomes in the city, simulating the different climates of Kalos as a whole, that being coastal, central, and mountain. I'm guessing green will be central, and red will be coastal, and mountain could be blue? Coastal and mountain might be the other way around, which, it would kind of make sense because in the previous trailer we see the player arrive in Lumios through the train station, which looks very much like the building here if I'm not so mistaken, and you start off in the central area of Kalos when you start X and Y, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I played the game. And you can also gauge a sense of where the wild zones will be, or at least the big ones, the seemingly circular green spaces to be exact on the map. Especially you can see this place with the bridge, that exact area shown later on in the trailer, so this map is quite accurate to the actual map you'll be getting in game. Oh nice, my Panzer won't be trapped in home anymore. The elemental monkeys have returned, meaning nothing's really stopping Nintendo from shutting down Bank for good once this game is out. Kinda worried about that actually. Okay, I spent ages at 40 seconds trying to find what this symbol could mean, and the closest thing I could get to was the Aether Foundation symbol, and it doesn't really look that much like it, other than the fact that they're both pointy. And I don't think this shares any similarities with the Aether Foundation. I mean, it will end up showing any similarities with the Aether Foundation. I just don't really think it would work that way. And also, Aether Foundation's in Alola. This is in Kalos. And I mean, now I think about it, absolutely no sign of Team Flare or like a Revive or a Neo Team Flare anywhere. There's like nothing. This might be a Neo Team Flare. This symbol might represent that. It might be the evil team of the game. But we didn't really have an evil team in Legends, so we might not have an evil team here, which I'm okay with because the game looks great anyway. Okay, at 1 minute 10, I have a lot of things to say about this. Firstly, the UI looks really clean, and the animation for catching Pokemon is identical to that of Legends Arceus, and I don't think that was intended. These modern Pokeballs don't really jump up around when they're catching a Pokemon like the mechanical ones in Legends. They just wobble and shake. But I'm pretty sure they've noticed that, and it might be a mistake, it might not be. It might be the norm for the Legends game moving on into the future. But I don't really think that's intentional, the way the Pokeball is moving in that animation when they're catching the Budew hit. But this, at 1 minute 21, got me. Look at their team. Two bug types. I mean, I respect Ariados, but where is your starter? Did the game tester not like the starters so much that they preferred to have a Magikarp on their team instead? Or maybe it evolved into a regional variant that we can't see yet, who knows? But still, two bug types and a Magikarp? I mean, the Diggers Bee and whatever else was on their team at that point, the Flaffy, is okay, I guess. But because these random, like, combination of Pokemon, it better be for some obscure puzzle with the Reggies if they're in the game, because I can't see any other reason why to have such a weird combination of Pokemon on your team. Unless they're trying to level up their Pokemon and evolve them for the Dex, which could just be it. Okay, now here at 1 minute 43, I really like how the zones go from green to red during night time. It kind of reminds me of what Team Flare did to Zygarde in the Pokemon anime. And at 1 minute 53, I really love how this ZA Royale is a literal battle royale. And it seems this game is focused on battling, unlike Legends Arceus, which was more focused on catching. It also probably means at some point in the game, due to this being a battle royale, you might actually get jumped, which I find hilarious. Okay, here at 2 minutes and 6 seconds, it kind of shows us what the trains would look like, and off of this alone, that's a rank D, and that's quite high ranking if you have to go from Z to A. And I highly doubt but it seems that most trainers in the ZA Royale will only have 1 to 3 Pokemon, which fair enough, it makes it less time consuming to battle each trainer and less stressful, probably to make that final boss even more of a menace to society, whoever that may be. I swear if Volo is even mentioned in this game, I'm gonna lose it. Now here they show Mega Evolution, and it appears appears to work a lot more differently compared to past games due to this weird bar. At first I thought you needed to gather the mega energy or something, or maybe that was a cooldown bar, but here only like 20 seconds later we see the player mega evolve the Alakazam, but the bar's still full and the mega symbol still growing as if the Alakazam hasn't already mega evolved. I think this is just a very big oversight, and I mean, I look back at my notes that I took and I was very confused. Okay, but also here, Mega Evolution is cool and all, but moon phases. Now this isn't really new, but I kinda hope that the moon phases in this game dictate the difficulty of the ZA Royale that night, even if it is just by a little bit. Like how the Minecraft moon phases influence mob spawning and the damage they deal, etc. It would be kind of a nice touch. I'm not sure if they'd actually add something like that in Legends ZA. I'm not sure if they had something like that in Legends Arceus though. Would have been really cool if they did. I'm pretty sure they did. They probably didn't. I'm not sure. I should search that up. Okay, I can feel challenger tickets are going to be very important for obvious reasons, but I can't for the life of me think of what they'd actually be for. That wouldn't already be the use of these interesting tokens that have Prism Tower on them. I'm assuming the ranking system will take the place of the gym badges in this game, like how the stars you obtained in the Survey Corps kind of did in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So reach a certain rank and Pokemon of a certain level will now obey you, or you can now buy better items at the Pokemon. Also, in this same frame, I kind of noticed this weird symbol, but I don't really think it would be that important though. It looks more like a delivery service or something like that, but I just wanted to point it out. Here at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, Zach here just confirmed that there will be other forms of transport in Lumiose other than the taxi, which I'm pretty sure includes the Go-Go ride from the X and Y games, but I'm also hoping that this is like a cool opportunity to bring in something cool into the game, like Talonflame paragliding. You know, I'd love that, that'd be sick. And 2 seconds later, these symbols on this pillar kind of remind me of what you'd find on the Anastar sundial. It might hold some sort of importance. It's some weird pillar. The symbols look cool, they have to have some sort of meaning. I can't really decode what it could mean though. Okay, here where it shows the AZ and his flow, where there's not really much in this frame other than the painting behind them, which may hold a lot of importance lore-wise, or could literally just be a portrait of the two, who knows. And now this, at the end of the entire trailer, is probably the most craziest part about the trailer. This purple smoke, or whatever is emitting this purple smoke the player is looking at, might just be a new legendary. Ever since the first trailer, I thought, and I was kind of convinced, that the game would introduce a new legendary to partner up with Zygarde. Zygarde being the order Pokemon that had to be sub-chaos, right? And what else would it be? Or else, what else would the order be there for? Or there can't be order without chaos. And here's where my definitely wrong theory comes in. And it's that the purple smoke are actually Galar particles. They look very much like that are being produced by Eternatus, and wait, hear me out. According to the trailer, whoever makes it to the top of rank A gets a wish granted. There are only 2 Pokemon that have anything to do with wishes. Jirachi because, well, it's the wish Pokemon, duh, and Eternatus for its ability to create wishing stars. But if Eternatus was in the game, that would mean Dynamax would be in the game too, and Plus, the purple/magenta color was the same color as the mega symbol. So this theory is probably wrong, but it's a fun theory nonetheless. Also, why is that glint red? Is it just an artistic choice, or does it hold a hidden meaning? Maybe the second legendary will be red, but at the same time it should really be white because the A in the Legend Z A logo is white and partially green, and the Z is obviously for Zygarde, which is black and partially green. Am I overthinking all of this? Yes, I am. Was it fun? Hell yeah. But until next time, I hope you hit all your fire blasts, thunders, and blizzards. This video was long, and if your modern Pokeballs are moving like that, you've probably been scammed, most likely by Cut. And until next time, keep daydreaming. I need to start getting ready for school now. Bon voyage.